Welcome back to Loveland Report and Lone Ranger Show. I am Cleve Loveland alongside Bruce Woodburn, the Lone Ranger. We've been talking about rates. We've been talking about numbers, how inventory and sales are slightly improving. We're looking for a good year out of 2026. Should beat 2025. It's all we can ask for.
The Fed potentially lowering Fed rates. Is that likely going to happen?
Yep. So I've got a couple listings I want to jump into here, Bruce. I've got one I just dropped the price on to $526,000. It's getting fresh flooring. It's getting newer appliances. $526,000 for a pool home, 2,700 square feet. And as most of my listings, they are the best of the best in that area. This is the best price pool home within about 7 or 8 miles in Claremont. So this is in the Palisades. You get a 1/4 acre lot, car side entry garage, big open floor plan with fresh paint, beautiful master bedroom, master bath, 4-3 split plan. And just a great house for $526,000, best price around. I've got one in the Hamptons, all single story, $635,000. There is a bonus room, but most of the house on the first floor, 4 bedrooms, 3.5 baths, 2,900 square feet, paid off solar panels with a 3-car garage, fenced in yard, no pool, room for a pool if you want one, but one of the best prices around and paid off solar panels on that one. And then I've got a townhome in the Springs in Longwood. This is the best price townhome in the Springs.
Now, this is not a condo. This
is
a townhome.
You own the land. It's an end unit. So it kind of looks like when you look out your backyard and you look out the kitchen and the family room, you see nothing but woods. $400,000 for this townhome, 2 bedrooms, 2.5 baths, 1,800 square feet with a 2-car garage. You got a live guard at the front.
What a great place for either a starter home or for mom and dad to retire in. You got a 2-car garage. Dad can still have his cars in there, maybe put a workshop in there, and you don't have any yard maintenance because I'm assuming the yard maintenance is done by the association. All included. How much are the HOA fees in that?
Right around $400.
Okay, that's a great deal
for everything they give you.
That's a big townhome with a 2-car garage and $400,000. So look you can put 3% down on that. You could put 5% down. You could go FHA on that. You could go VA on that. Any one of those programs will work on that townhome. That's a great, and the Springs gated community. And I think that's still a live guard gate, if I'm not mistaken.
Yep. And then I've got 6 acres in Cocoa. And this is really unusual. This is it's zoned for houses. There was a rec center on this property, and it's really a Lifetime movie here, Bruce. Some people actually started up a fake homeowners association and had this property, and they were bilking the homeowners in this neighborhood out of money, and they literally got the tables turned on them, and they lost the property, which was justice served. And so now the HOA wants to sell this property for $337,000
for 6 acres.
Yep, for 6 acres.
Residential. How many houses can you put on them?
You'd have to go to the county and check that out. I'm sure they do it. You could do at least 4, but I think rezoning would not be a problem on this. But just a great buy in the middle of a nice subdivision. Great for residential use or possibly townhomes, $337,000 for 6 acres. And then I've got one in Mount Dora. Nice thing about this, 1 acre, no homeowners association, 4 bedrooms, 2.5 baths, just about every other house in this neighborhood, Bruce. Big man cave out back for your car collection, for your toys, all that. 2,400 square feet for $546,000, 1 acre. And it has, granite counters. Flooring's been redone, paint's been redone, just a nice single-story home on 1 acre. So you can't find that hardly anywhere. On the edge of Mount Dora, on the Lake and Orange County line right there in Greater Country Estates.
So you got some great listings from Cleve Loveland on the Loveland team. He picks up the good listings. So do you pay a realtor co-broke on those?
All those have a good co-broke, better than most of the other homes around them. You can call me at 407-352-8118. Be happy to tell you about those or get your realtor in to show them.
So listen, when you're thinking about listing a home, first of all, call Cleve Loveland because he is an expert, and he also will ensure that you're paying a co-broke commission to the buyer's agent. What does that mean? It means that if you don't pay the real estate agent that actually has the buyer in the car, they're not going to bring the buyer by your house. So don't be foolish about that and say, I can save money because I'll just get the buyers to pay their own buyer's agent. You can't be concerned about affordability and then push more money onto the buyer to pay for their own real estate commission. Does a builder pay the real estate commission?
Yes.
Does
pay
a builder pay closing costs? Yes. Will a builder pay buy downs? Yes. They do all those things. So if you want to be competitive in the market and get your home on the market, try to do what the builder do, and then go look at the builder's property and go, does my house look like this or does my house look like a jungle?
Yeah.
Because have I got my beanie babies and all that stuff lined up all over
That's my mother-in-law. Yeah.
fireplace? Does my house
Did you
smell
see
like
that picture?
dog?
Did I show you that picture?
No, I didn't, but I believe
supposedly it's worth thousands and thousands of dollars,
yeah,
which I won't
sure
doubt. But I'm like,
along with the Pokemon cards.
yeah, exactly. The
I
whole room
don't
full of Pokemon
understand
cards.
any of
I
that.
know.
I never
know.
will. I don't want to. Please
Yep.
don't call me and explain it to me.
Yep.
I don't care. All I care about, you know what I like doing? I like helping people win in this market.
Yep.
And it's so much fun. I got a client right now. He's a single dad, which is probably one of the hardest jobs. I just honestly, I look at men and I'm like, we're not cut out
Yep.
to be as good of a parent as a wife is.
Yep.
That may sound chauvinistic. I don't know. I think we're not cut out. When I see a man that is a single dad raising his daughter and he cares so much about her and he found this perfect home that's near her school, not far from mother-in-law to help on the weekends and things like that. And he is elated. These are the wins that I want.
Yep.
These are the wins. And the realtor got closing costs paid. This is the win. Don't you want to win in today's market? Cleve and I will be committed to helping you get what you want.
I just talked to a couple of landlords, Bruce, and these were some people that had their homes rented for about 3 years. Both of them retired senior citizens and living on just Social Security plus some cash flow from the rental, and not awesome cash flow, not $2,000, $3,000 a month. And then after I went over, I said, talk to your CPA about your tax return. I'm sure this is saving you some taxes. And then look at your mortgage. You know, that one of them they were 15 years into about 10 years in to a 15-year mortgage.
Oh,
so literally
5 years left,
like pounding the principal away right now. And I went over it with them. They're like, well, maybe we ought to sell. I go, are you hurting for money? Do you have your savings? And we got some money with our financial planner. We got a little bit, but it's tight on just Social Security. The big, beautiful bill changed their whole scenario this year. They're like, hey, I think we want to hold on to this for another year or two, because they were talking, they might another year or two literally is another 50, 60,000 in their pocket.
That's fantastic.
And then another couple, not cash flowing much, was able to, with the tax refund, you know what they did? They called and got rid of their PMI.
Oh,
they had to throw a couple grand at it, but the bank made them get an appraisal, but we went over their bank statement. What other realtor does that, Bruce? I could be just as easy. I go, hey guys, you need to sell this and take the $300,000 and run to the bank, take a vacation. And I just don't do that. I like seeing an overall plan. And I'll tell you, here's your numbers. Go talk to your financial planner. If you don't have one, I'll get you a good one. Go talk to your estate attorney, talk to your CPA, know where you stand. Most realtors can't even spell amortization.
No, they can't.
Or know how to lay it out over the next 2 years.
They don't understand it. They only want to put a sign in the yard and hope that somebody like your agents come by and bring a buyer, and don't sign a buyer broker agreement that locks you into a contract with anyone. Now, on a listing, you need to give the listing agent enough time to sell your property. What's a reasonable time frame for that? 3 months?
Listing contract. I do 6 months, but mine's basically a 1-day listing. There's no penalty to fire me.
None.
And there's nothing
Even
about
on a listing.
nothing
Even
about
after you've spent money marketing
signs, photos, thousands of dollars of advertising, whatever it might be. I don't charge that. I give you my word. I will give you my best advice.
Interesting concept, folks. So when you are listening to us right now, you have to realize that is not the standard. That is the unique proposition that Cleve Loveland and his team has, and they want you to have an escape route. That's because you're not concerned about somebody.
Sometimes people need to say, hey, we're not going to get enough. Let's not sell. And I take homes off the market.
Or I decided I don't want to sell.
Let's do it another year. We can't turn it into a rental. You don't have the cash for the next house. Let's save.
What about the agent that's not performing? I've got a lady right now. Now it's out of state, but she hired her own agent. The agent's got the house on the market for $550. I looked up comparables. I can't see anything over $425. I'm like, does your agent understand that you're not going to sell that house? And even if you did, it's not going to comp out. So why would you do that? And I said, how do you get out of this contract? And you know what she says? I have no idea. I said, see over your contract. She's locked into this lady for 6 months.
Is that my client?
No, this
is
all right.
No. Okay. No. All right. I got another story. I got another client like that trying to move here.
Actually, no, it is your client.
Okay.
It's Cheryl's sister.
All right.
That can't get it. You're exactly right.
All right.
That is your client.
All right.
And I'm telling you, maybe you need to have a
I
chat
think
with her.
people
because-
need to save time. Call Bruce or call me, and we will help you with your real estate plan.
Yep, 407-250-9144 for the loan arranger. I've been in the mortgage business for 36 years, and I'm helping folks just like you, your kids, your coworkers. You know what? I've got 2 clients I'm working with right now that came from a company called Olympia Pharmaceutical. So what I do is I go out to corporations and I help the company help their employees become homeowners. Do you know why companies like for me to do that? You know why they want me to come out?
Homeowners are more stable employees.
Homeowners are more stable, they're more reliable,
Yep.
and they will stay with the employer on average 4 times longer.
Yep.
So if you are a corporation and you are truly love your employees, you give them a dental plan, a vision plan, health insurance, you pay them well, you treat your employees the way you would want to be treated, then bring me into your company. I will help you help your employees become homeowners, and I'm going to tell you, they will stay with you longer. It reduces recruiting costs, training costs, attrition, everything. So have me come in. 2 of them from Olympia Pharmaceutical. I've got a couple from Advent, had a couple from Pro Health. I've done this for insurance companies. I've done them for golf courses, for car dealerships. If you've got employees that you care about, bring me in. Let me help each one of them become a homeowner, and you will be the catalyst that helps them put it together. They'll be loyal to you.
That's right.
407-250-9144 for the loan arranger, Bruce Woodburn. Every loan product that you could possibly think of, and a bunch you probably never heard of, right here in my safe. I got the money right here.
All right. And then Bruce, what's going on with new construction? I have seen some builders actually not raising prices, but giving a little less in closing costs because the rates have come down.
Rates have come down. They don't have to give as much away, but I have 5 transactions we got in from Trinity Family Builders over the week. They are going strong because they're giving their clients everything they need to make a deal. I have an actual client that I referred over there that is building a beautiful home in Groveland at Trinity Lakes. And by God, this client is just happy as can be with the product that they're getting. And we closed them actually in May.
Good. I've seen some growth out, but there's some great products out by the Sanford Airport too. Some all along, there's all getting built out like Mary Boulevard, homes in the high 4s and 5s for some nice lot sizes. It's probably like the last bit of land in Seminole
County.
County.
Know what else we just came up with at Cross Country that you're going to, so listen to this. If you're a builder, or you're seeking some commercial type property, I now have a loan product that can help the builder build spec homes like a bank, but better.
Oh, wow.
We don't have the restrictions that banks have. We just need to show that you have a good track record and a good resume and you're well insured, you're bonded. But if you've got that, we will show you how to build more specs. So I got my friend Eric Robinson that owns Pine Creek Development. He's, Bruce, I could build more homes if I could just had the cash to put them in the ground. I don't have enough money because he's building $600,000-$700,000 houses in Wedgefield. Now I'm going to be able to help him build spec homes so he can sell more properties and I get the mortgages.
Yep.
How do you like that?
Yep.
It's a win-win. 407-250-9144 for the loan arranger. If you're a general contractor, a builder, and you want some more information on this program, give me a call, 407-250-9144, or go to webringyouhome.com. I can help anyone looking to purchase, refinance, build, renovate, reverse mortgage, home equity line of credit, you name it, you got it. Cleve, Loveland, give out your number.
407-352-8118. Chances are one of those rooftops on your street. I've helped sell it, buy it, or managed it. Call me or go to cleveloveland.com. Have a great weekend.
407-352-8118 for Cleve Loveland. Bruce Woodburn again, the loan arranger, signing off. We appreciate you. We love you guys. We're grateful to be on the air and be able to help each and every one of you. So thank you for listening to our show. 407-250-9144 or webringyouhome.com for the loan arranger. See you next week.